Another brick fan here with a look at the new LEGO minifigure series 23. This is the latest LEGO minifigure series. It was released September 1st. Finally got my hands on these and I went through these in the store. So let's go ahead and open these up and I'll discuss how I decide which figure is in which bag. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's the first bag, and already right off the bat, I feel a big, giant accessory that goes over the head. So there's two of them that have this. One is this kind of cardboard box costume here, and the other is the popcorn guy. And so I have a couple things here, and then it feels like, you know, popcorn, so I'm thinking this is the popcorn. So there's a lot of little holes here. The popcorn guy, don't believe has any other distinguishing features, but let's see if we're right. And here you see it is the popcorn guy. Before we put the popcorn guy together, here's a quick look at the minifigures that are in this set. And we are starting with number 7 here, which is the popcorn guy. So let's get him put together. So here we have popcorn guy. Here's our next minifigure. Feel around in here, and right away there's a gigantic piece here with so there's this little clip here, and then a really wide piece. So I'm going to assume that is the turkey. There are a couple others that have wings, but this feels very flat with lots of feathers. The other way we can decide that is by feeling for the head. So there's the head itself, but this turkey piece over the top. So we're kind of feeling for that bill. And here it is right here. No, that's the pumpkin right there, which is another good indicator. So I'm definitely going with the turkey guy in this. It feels like there's a secondary bag in here maybe. Let's take a look. And as you can see, it is the turkey guy with an extra bag. So let's get him put together. So here is our turkey costume guy. Here's our next bag. Let's see, we'll get some legs here. This feels like a pretty big piece here. Maybe like a top hat. So that could be a couple of different things. There's the Nutcracker, and then there is the Snowman. The Nutcracker has a sword and a 1x1, which is his nut. So I feel both those. There's a sword right here and this little rounded 1x1 tile. And as you can see, this is the Nutcracker. So here is our Nutcracker. Next bag. Right away it feels like a little small piece here, kind of at an angle. Not exactly sure what that is yet. Let's see. This feels like a straight piece. This right here is a broom. And that first piece that I was feeling there is a scarf. So this is the Snowman. And you can find, if you find the top hat's another one, and there's the top hat right there. So those are some key pieces there. So here's the Snowman. Broom again is a distinguishing piece, as well as these two as well. So here is our Snowman. Coming up on our next bag here. So down here in the corner is fairly complex headpiece, it feels like. So this could be maybe the wolf or the reindeer, perhaps. There is a tail here, feels like. The distinguishing thing for the werewolf is the bag or sack, kind of like a Santa sack, and it feels like it's right here. So I'm going to go with this is the werewolf. And it is the wolf, not werewolf, but wolf costume guy. So here's our wolf costume guy. Again, look for this bag, and you can also feel the big headpiece here for the wolf. Here's our next figure. Let's see, feeling right here, I've got a torso, and here's the base plate. Let's see what we've got here. It feels like a small heart piece. So the only one that has that is the reindeer, and you can also feel the little toy box or present box right here. And then you should be able to feel a large headpiece with the antlers on it. So let's go with the reindeer costume. So this is the present that I was feeling, and then the heart here, and then these are the antlers you can also sort of feel. But I would say this and this are probably the easiest to feel. So here we have the rainbow costume. Moving on to our next pack. Let's see, first thing I feel is big flat piece. Kind of feels like the ruffles of a dress, so more than likely this is the Sugar Fairy. Let's see, feeling here, it feels like legs maybe. There's the hair with maybe a crown. Then up here, I want to feel for those wings, which are right here. Now there's a couple of ones that have wings. So you want to feel the fairy has two sets of wings that are smooth, whereas the dragon costume also has wings, but they're jagged. So I'm going to go with the Sugar Fairy on this one. And it is the Sugar Fairy. So like I said, this piece and the wings are fairly easy to find, as well as this Candy King. So here is our Sugar Fairy. Here's our next bag. Here's our next bag, and right away I feel a very large piece. So there's a large kind of rounded on this side, and it feels like it's pointed on this side. There's a gap in the middle. This is going to be our Ferry Captain. So here he is, and there's that large fairy I was just talking about. Do the pointed in towards the front. And there is our Ferry Captain. Pretty easy to distinguish this very large fairy costume. Or boat. Next one. Feeling around in here, it feels like a really large, no, this is like another one of those shoulder pieces. So this could be either our cardboard robot, or feels small, there's no top on it, so it's not that. Maybe the knight. Let's see if we can find a sword in here. Well, here's a post, so that goes with a little horse. There's a little stick horse, and there's definitely a shield. So this is our knight. And it is the Knight of the Yellow Castle. It's the Knight of the Yellow Castle, a sword, looks like a play horse with a stick, and then the shield, and this nice armor piece, which I was feeling originally. Here is bag number 10. Let's see, feel around in here. See what we got here. A small piece, maybe a crown. And then wings. So that is not the one that I want. Here is our 10th bag. Here's our 10th bag. So it feels like we got a big thing here that might be part of the snow globe for the elf. Let's see, figure out, feel for that pointy hat, hairpiece. Yep, I think that's right here. So I believe this is our holiday elf. Here's our holiday elf with a snow globe with a house in it. Here we have 10 down. Let's straighten these up a little bit. 10 down, 2 bags to go. Here's bag number 11. Feel around in here. Let's see, there's a small piece right here. It feels like there's an internal bag here. And let's see, this feels like a tail. There's only 2 that have the tails. One is the werewolf and the other is the dragon. So now we need to feel for wings. There's 2 that have wings, one the dragon and one is the fairy here, the sugar fairy. If we have wings and a tail, it's the dragon, and also the dragon wings are kind of scaly here. So I believe this is our dragon costume. Yes, you can see the dragon tail there, and it does have a secondary bag, just like the werewolf did. Here are those small pieces, these little tooth pieces that I was feeling. And here is the dragon costume. It looks like it's a girl. So if we've done everything right, this should be our cardboard robot. This feels a lot like the popcorn guy. The difference is the robot has flat sides instead of a rounded side, and you should only feel 3 of the studs. So there's one there, and one there. And just to make sure, you should also have a 2x2 tile, which is right here. And if you really want to double check, you can feel around for the scissors, which are kind of small, but I'm pretty sure this here is our cardboard robot costume. And it is. So here is the cardboard robot. So it looks like we got all 12 of those. Let's take a closer look at them. So here we have all 12 of our Collectible Minifigures Series 23. And there they all are. Some of the really nice ones. I really like the dragon, I think is great. The knight is very nice. So that one thing on the dragon, I believe it was series 18, also had a dragon, but that was a red dragon. I'll have to confirm that, and we'll take a look. And then here are the rest. Most of these are costumes, as you can see. And then a few like winter themed ones with our Nutcracker, Sugar Fairy, Reindeer, and the Snowman there. So I'm going to do a full review of all of these to take a closer look at each figure individually. And until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to see more of my content. I left a link to my collectible minifigures playlist up here on the screen.